All right, hello everybody. Welcome to Friendetta episode 11. I'm fairly certain, unless this game sucks, in which case it will never see the light of day. But that means that if you're watching it, it was probably a really great one. So there you go. Anyways, I am your host, Patrick Scarizard Scarborough, and joining me is not one, not two, but three new friends. No one that you've seen before on the show is here now again. I'm joined by Andrew Silver, is over there. We have Anthony, or as I will call him, Tony Preciado. Don't tell me if I got it wrong, because I'll never know. Right above me, and then joining us all the way from the UK at an ungodly hour, we have my good buddy from my stream community, Jack, over there with a nice Silumgar playmat. So. Anyways, we're going to get to... I'm really excited about the decks here. There's a lot of really cool interactions that I think we're going to have in terms of our game plans, but I will kick us off, and we will go around the table. And today I am playing Arjun, the Shifting Flame. Now, Arjun, I want to say I played in, like, episode 5. I actually played that deck in real time, almost like 2.5 months ago. So it's been quite a while, and a lot of people pointed out that I was unfairly and viciously attacked by multiple different tribes, and were like, oh, I kind of want to see that deck do its thing. So here I am, I'm wheeling it back out. At the time of this recording, I just received some Guilds of Ravnica cards, and we're going to see if they can't make a splash. But Arjun is all about this incredibly weird ability that he has, which says that whenever I cast a spell, I put all of the cards from my hand onto the bottom of my library and then draw that many cards. So this deck cares a lot about drawing cards, has a lot of things that will either negatively affect my opponents or positively affect me when cards are being drawn, but also just kind of has this unique quality where I think a lot of the blue-red decks are very samey, and this one says that if there is a really important answer in my hand, I'm putting it on the bottom of my deck, and I don't think I maybe have one way to shuffle my entire library. So if I need to find it again, I'm going to have to play that many spells and dig all of the way back through the stack to get it. There's potential for a really explosive finish, but mostly I'm going to greed out and try to draw as many cards as I possibly can without dying to all of the other decks at the table. So Tony, you are up next. You are playing, I know you're a big Jund fan, and you're playing something I have yet to see. It's my first time ever. I think many people will be their first time. Tell us about your deck. Tell us about what you're trying to do, and all of your large sons.
So I am playing Gyrus. I haven't really decided. Waker of Corpses, and this is a sweet card from the new Commander set. And like Patrick said, he is Jund colors, which is black, red, and green, and he is a big hungry boy. And what I mean by that is he has a really interesting mechanic. It's been on a few cards, but I feel that it is best represented by the fellas from Jund, and that's where he scales up, and the amount of mana that I spend to cast him makes him bigger. And when he gets bigger, and when he attacks, when he goes to get a bite, he brings one of his beautiful sons from the graveyard back into play. So he returns a creature, or rather he makes a copy of a creature from my graveyard as a token attacking with him. And that can be a really fun mechanic because all my creatures happen to be very economical. They bring lots of nice benefits and little extras along with them, and they're all hungry, and they are excited to take a bite. And I have some cards that help make my main man a little bit bigger and a little bit stronger, and I have cards that make all my other little guys that much better as well. So I'm hoping to Jund him out today.
Silver, you are here playing a deck you have never played. I say, obviously, we've tried to get some recordings off the ground, but this is a deck that means a lot to you. It's very, very special. Tell us about it. Tell us about what you're doing.
This deck's been a dream of mine ever since middle school, way back in the early 2000s. So I call this deck Revelations. Because it's trying to bring about the end of the world.
Yes, that's not concerning at all when someone starts busting out biblical names for their shit.
Yeah. Yep. So I play Avacyn, the Angel of Hope, as my commander. And she is an 8/8 flying vigilance indestructible, and she makes all other permanents that I control indestructible as well. Really, this is just kind of Avacyn is the prophecy. I'm trying to bide my time until I can get her out. Make everything on my side of the board indestructible, so that when I'm playing all of the other crazy powerful angels that are all locking arms and making each other better in a bunch of different ways, it's really hard to deal with them. And then as well, I'm using board wipes in order to be able to make it that long. as well as when everything on my side is indestructible, all the board wipes become asymmetrical.
Jack, you are here playing one that I've actually, my good friend Evan, people who've seen Evan on the show, I believe he has or had one of these built. But this is another new commander. It came out in the last year, I want to say, I think within the last year. Tell us about what you have and what you're going to be doing.
So I'm playing Kumena. He's a 2/4 merfolk dude, and you can tap other merfolk to make him unblockable. You can tap 3 merfolk to draw cards, tap 5 to put 1/1 counters on all your merfolk. It's great stuff. We have ways to maybe cheat this effect, to do this multiple times per turn. Ways to just untap all of my stuff.
Ways to untap things in green-blue? Never. That must be a very rare and hard to find effect.
Oh yes, definitely.
Yeah. I think the cool thing you're talking about here with Kumena is the flexibility. I think a lot of people think of tribal decks and they think about, I have a commander that just says all of my cats are better or all of my zombies are better, right? But Kumena, you just listed out the abilities there, has a lot of flexibility depending on how many creatures you have in play in terms of the things that you can do, right? You can rebuild pretty easily with the card draw effect. You can boost your entire team with the 5, and if we fuck around too much, we might die to commander damage with simply by making it unblockable. I will say for the people out there who are interested in Merfolk Tribal, do you have anything spicy? Is there anything special that you've done with this deck that you feel proud about, or maybe some pet cards or pet strategies you think we're gonna see?
Well, there are a few things that have made their way into this deck.
Right.
I don't want to give too much away, but there's some spicy bits in there.
But it's not just the Merfolk tribe that meets the eye, right?
It's not just we have all types of fish people here.
I see. Yeah. This is an equal opportunity fish person deck.
Yeah, absolutely.
Scarizard!
All right, sweet. Well, Jack, you won the invisible die roll, so if you are ready, I believe everyone has their hands. We can go ahead and kick this thing off.
Well, I'm gonna draw.
Hell yeah! When people remember to draw their first card, it's beautiful.
Yeah. All I play is Commander these days. I'm gonna play Halimar Depths.
Oh, damn! Okay.
Yeah.
So Halimar Depths comes into play tapped, and it does what?
I get to look at the top 3 cards of my library and then put them back in any order.
Oh, I see.
So, it's sort of like Scry, not as good.
Yeah, because if you see 3 cards you really don't want, you can't get rid of them, but you can prolong it maybe.
And I'll be done there.
All right, Silver, hit me, buddy.
Sweet. So
turn 1 Soul Ring.
I'm going to drop a snow-covered plains because the end of days is covered in snow.
That's very true.
And then I will drop a turn 1.
I fucking call it every time. I swear to God.
What? I can't believe.
I need to stop joking about it because that's what makes it true.
Can you do me one real quick and fix this?
Jesus God! All right, well, the apocalypse is coming early. You got anything to come along with that Soul Ring?
I will pass my turn.
Ah, good. Okay, there you go. All right, Tony. Turn 1, basic land, do nothing. Okay.
Yep.
Nailed it. All right, cool. I'm going to draw my card for the turn, and I will play a Wandering Fumarole. It's one of the creature lands, so you can pay a cost to animate it. It becomes a 1/4 blue and red elemental creature that can swap its power and toughness for 0. So this is one of the weirder ones. It can be a blocker. It can hit you for 4. It probably will do neither this game. It's just a dual land. But all right, Jack, take it away, buddy.
Oh, I'm going to untap my land here and draw.
I wonder what you're going to draw.
I'm gonna play an island.
Uh-oh.
Tap 2. I'm going to play Stony Brook Banneret.
Ooh, okay. It's a Lorwyn card, right?
Yeah, something like that. But this flavor of fish person makes my Merfolk and Wizard spells cost 1 less. Other than that, it has Island Walk, which means it's unblockable to people who have islands. I'm not sure how relevant that's going to be this game.
I may have metagamed you because I do have islands in my deck, but I don't have creatures, so it's not like I was going to block you anyways.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
All right.
But I'll be done there.
Okay.
So.
And how much does Kumena cost? Is it 1 green and blue?
Kumena costs, green, blue, and 1.
Wow, so you're actually 2 mana commander. Hype.
But I don't control any green right now.
I see. Good. Yeah, it's good. All right, Silver.
All right.
Can Silver get all the colors of his mana available?
I will play another Snow-Covered Plains.
Oh, Jesus, here it comes.
Running so good.
And then I will play...
Don't do it. Oh, no, that one's fine.
A Gisela, the Broken Blade.
Okay, and so Gisela, she's got some like squid tentacles on her head, but what does she actually do?
So she's flying First Strike and Lifelink, and at the beginning of my end step, I basically am checking to see if Bruna, which is another angel, is on the board, and if she is, then they meld.
Yeah, and they turn
transform.
into an incredibly normal, not unfair, fucked up card at all. All right, is that all you got for the turn?
That is all I got for the turn.
Let's see, not a bad turn too. Having people usually talk down vanilla creatures in Commander, but when it's turn 2, feeling pretty good.
Well, you guys are looking a little strapped for the best kind of mana, so I'm gonna go ahead and play an Urborg, Tomb of Yawgmoth, which is the world's fanciest swamp.
Yeah, so
because
all lands are now swamps as well. So if anyone needed to produce black mana, you can do it.
And I have another play, and that would be a Stitcher's Supplier.
Oh, hey, that's a new one, and it's shiny.
Yeah,
too.
from M19.
All right, so what does this one do?
He's a 1/1, and when it enters the battlefield or dies, put the top 3 cards of my library into my graveyard. Okay. So I'll go ahead and
see
do
if
that.
You get any relevant. Oh, there was! There was the ring!
Oh, just some powerful stuff there. Sol Ring, Avenger of Zendikar, and Felwar Stone.
Yeah, okay. Avenger of Zendikar, a commander staple, but reanimating it here wouldn't be like too amazing because you wouldn't get that many plants, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
and that's all for me.
All right, cool. I will untap, I'll draw, and I will play a mountain, which is not an island. Senor Island Walk. And I will play a mana rock. I'll play Thought Vessel. Thought Vessel adds colorless mana to my mana pool, but says I have no maximum hand size. So suck it, game rules. I don't have to listen to you. And that's all I got. So I'll pass it turn to you, Jack.
I think I'm just gonna pay 1. I'm gonna cast the Silvergill Adept.
Ooh, okay.
As additional cost, I either pay free or reveal a Merfolk from my hand. I'm gonna reveal this Herald of Secret Streams. Herald of Secret Streams makes my thing with 1/1 counters on them unblockable. Silvergill Adept, just when it enters the battlefield, I draw a card. Yeah. So
1 mana, get a 2/1, draw a card.
Advantage.
Not a bad plan.
And then we have nothing else to do. Do I want to swing for? I guess we'll just take the first blood against Pat.
No!
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. I played this deck against Jack online, and I understand that he's a little that deck did things it's never done at that point. So I would gladly take 1 for that.
We engineered a death, though.
We did. We worked together. All right.
I'm gonna pass the turn though.
All right. Going to untap and draw another Snow-Covered Plains. I will play Lyra Dawnbringer.
So Lyra Dawnbringer is better Baneslayer Angel for those of you who played through that standard. But tell me what she does.
Sure. So she's a 5/5 flying First Strike Lifelink, and other angels I control get +1/+1 and have Lifelink. But you can't really have 2 Lifelinks on the same
luckily,
creature, so.
Thank God it doesn't give her double Lifelink. But okay, so you're so any of your angels, whatever. And I mean, what's an angel without Lifelink, really? So anyone that doesn't have it now has it. And damn, that's 5 flying damage, homie. Yikers.
That's a bird with a sword, Pat.
Definitely a bird with a sword there.
What are our blockers looking like right now?
None of us have flyers, dog.
Yeah, no, I get it. Okay.
Right. None of us have ways to stop what you're doing. You are off to the races.
Fly, my child.
All right, I will attack the equal opportunity fish person.
Ooh.
Sure.
All right, so Silver, you go up to 45 on turn 3, normal. Well, this is it turned on its head because we were thinking that the Wrath of God deck was going to need to use them against the other creature decks, but now we really want you to play your own Wraths. Please. Oh, God. All right. Go for it, Tony.
So I will play an Exotic Orchard, which can tap for a mana of any color that my land my opponents control can produce. So that's most of them.
Everything but green right now because you've given us the Urborg.
Tap 2, and we will play a Gruul Signet, which makes some mana. Filters for red and green. So I will tap 1 and make red and green, and I will play Sylvan Library.
Wow. Okay.
And Sylvan Library, at the beginning of my draw step, I may draw 2 additional cards, and then I basically I can pay 4 life if I want to keep any of those 3 cards beyond the first one. So I can and then if I don't keep them or pay 4 life for them, I put them back on the top of my library.
Yeah. So this is Sylvan Library is one of those cards. Like, it's a little weird until you really get what it does, but it at worst it lets you draw the best of the top 3 cards each turn, right. And then if you want to, and I don't know that you'll want to pay 8 life on this in this economy, but but you could. Some people will aggressively pay 8 life every time and just draw nonstop cards. Okay, all right, and that's all you got. You gonna get in at anyone?
That is
you don't want to attack Lyra Dawnbringer?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Well, look, if I have a way to make you to help block, I will gladly do it at some point. All right, I'm going to play a mountain. Still no islands. That's right, motherfucker. Hope that doesn't come back to hurt me in any way.
Wow.
At least it's a swamp,
I definitely have some double blue cards in here. Yeah, I'm playing Arachnus. Okay. I'm going to not at all suspiciously pass my turn.
Well, that's not at all suspicious.
Trust me. Who are you again? Am I worried about Mr. Two Land, Two Fish over here?
Well, we're definitely going to increase that to 3 fish.
No, I didn't mean that in a bad way. I'm just saying I'm not. You do whatever you need to do.
Yeah, we're doing nothing scary right now. I'm going to play a Cold-Eyed Selkie.
Yeah. The scariest thing you've done.
This thing also Island Walks.
Oh, yeah.
Draws me cards when it hits people. Good stuff. Also a fish person.
Yeah, there you go. I was going to say the scariest thing you've done so far is take 5 damage. That's spooky. That's spooky as hell.
I'm a little scared for you on that one.
I think we're good there. I think we're just going to hold up the fish people.
Alrighty. Right, Silver, hit us with that Wrath of God, baby. Hit us.
Untap.
Dunk your own board.
Draw.
Just get this riffraff out of here.
Alright, let's see how we're going to do this. I will draw or drop another snow-covered plains.
Mm-hmm. God, each time I'm just like, and what's the most fucked up angel that he can play for this mana cost?
It's this one.
Oh no.
So,
all right.
Oh no.
What is that?
Angelic Skirmisher. So flying 4/4. At the beginning of each combat, choose First Strike, Vigilance, or Lifelink. Creatures you control gain that ability until the end of turn.
You are protected on multiple levels at this point to just.
So what I'm realizing though is like the problem. I guess Vigilance is the only one that I get to gain for any of the other ones because they all also have the others.
big problem, buddy. Yeah, I'm sad. Yeah. I'm so sorry that you have to decide.
My first world angel problems.
Too many keywords. What a problem.
Yeah. Oh my God.
All right, Patrick, you've been attacked.
I have.
Okay, I am going to attack Pretty Tony.
Oh. PT. I know. You wish you just try and throw it up there.
Jump, my child.
Tie some balloons.
For 10.
What?
Jesus.
Yeah.
All right.
Yikes.
All right. You can't spread that around?
And I gain 10 life.
Yeah, so Silver goes up to 55. God. So far, whoever it is, there's one person out there who's always wanted to build mono white angels, and their dreams are coming true right now. Watching. They're like, wow, I can do it. Holy!
I've never seen this deck go off this hard before.
Look, listen. Soul Ring's a hell of a drug. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Is that all for your turn?
Cool. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. So then, all right, I will draw my 2 additional cards. Look at them over here. These are cards, and they're in my deck.
Oh wow!
All right. We will go ahead and put them like that, and just draw the 1 card, because I can't lose any more life. Ugh. And we will play a Kecak Wolf Run, which is a land that has an ability. I can pay X in red and green, and give a creature plus X plus O, and trample until end of turn.
I like that one. It's a very powerful
pretty nice
land.
one. We will pay 4 for Path of Discovery. This is a cool one from Ixalan. And whenever a creature enters the battlefield under my control, it explores. So I reveal the top card of my library, put that card into my hand if it's a land. Otherwise, I put a 1/1 counter on the creature, and then I can choose whether I put it back on the top of my deck or into the graveyard. Both places I like. So I will also tap my Kecak Wolf Run for black, because of my Urborg. And I'll play Viscera Seer.
Oh.
And Path of Discovery triggers here, reveal the top of my deck. It's a land! Would you look at that? Goes right in my hand. All right. And Viscera Seer has another ability, and I can sacrifice a creature to scry 1.
Yeah. So Viscera Seer also a pretty... People don't think that card, or I think they do now, but for a while that card flew very far into the radar. But turns out, free sacrifice outlets, very good, very powerful.
Yeah, there was a pretty cool standard format where people realized there was a playable vampire deck, and they went all in on Mistress here. It's very cool.
It's funny because any standard environment where there are vampires, people will try to make the vampire deck work no matter what.
That's right.
All right.
Whether it's good or not.
That's okay. Well, on your end step, we're going to see if we can't work together to maybe solve a problem here. I'm going to play Factor Fiction. Ooh. Factor Fiction says, reveal the top 5 cards of my library. An opponent separates those piles into 2 piles, or separates those cards into 2 piles. That'll be you, Tony. And then I will put one pile into my hand and the other into my graveyard. So I will reveal Enter the Infinite. Not a messed up card at all. Aetherflux Reservoir. Baral, Chief of Compliance. A Chinese Baral that Eli got me. Well, this is going places, huh? Wow, I'm so sorry. This is like when someone's tried to pretend that they're a good guy all along, and then like their cloak opens and all of the murder tools come out. Because then I'm gonna show off Alhammer's Archive, and then lastly, Laboratory Maniac.
Oh, wow. Spot the win columns.
Well, none of these are lands, and that sucks. What I will say, Tony, is I have in the rest of my hand right here something that can try to help get rid of Lyra, but it's dependent on hand size. I am going to be able to disrupt some of what Silver's doing already. I was really hoping one of these would be a land. But yeah, I'm not going to be like, give me a 5-0 split, because that would be insane. But these are the cards. You can split as you like. I'll probably take whatever 3 or 4 split you give me, because I do need hand size.
I think what I'll do is I'll put... I'll actually split it exactly how you have it on the table, but I'll put the line between...
here? Or...
exactly. Yeah,
here?
Like that.
Okay, so you're saying Aetherflux
Perfect.
and Enter the Infinite, and then Baral, Alhammer, and Labman. Okay, cool. I'll put these go into the graveyard. Is that where they go? Yeah. So Aetherflux and Enter the Infinite are safely in my graveyard, where no one has ever been able to cast spells from, and I will draw Baral, Laboratory Maniac, and Alhammer's Archive. Cool. And we will do that. All right, and then I will untap, and I will begin the turn. Hey, we got there. Okay, well, I'll pay you back good on this one. We're all tap dancing around the gigantic angel apocalypse at this point, so I'm going to do my duty, and I'm going to tap out, sadly, because it's a sorcery, and I'll play Master the Way. Master the Way, I draw a card, so I'll do that now. Ta-da! Then, Master the Way deals damage to target creature or player equal to the number of cards in my hand. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards, and I will shoot the hell out of Lyra Dawnbringer.
Okay.
And try to shrink the... Don't be... Mr. 55
Lyra. Don't give us that.
Sitting upon...
feathered tyrant is dead.
All right.
I mean, you know.
Yeah. Look, I understand. You got to do what you got to do. Just don't be sad. It's like, oh, Lyra only gained me 15 life already.
Bathed in blood.
Okay.
See her flying around up there looking down at us.
Like, oh.
And Jack, not to goad you, but I still don't have any islands. At this point, I want to have an island, but I do not have one. So. Got a bunch of swamps, though. Got 4 swamps.
Yeah, we got lots of swamps.
I got 4 swamps and a brain box. That's what's over here. Anyways, Jack, that's it for my turn. Take it away, buddy.
We're going to play a Reliquary Tower.
Oh, hey!
Colorless land that gives me very large hands.
No max hand size friends. We're doing it.
We did it.
Woohoo.
I'm going to tap 3. I'm going to play Adaptive Automaton.
Ooh.
Choosing Merfolk as it enters the battlefield.
So Adaptive Automaton is what does that one do? There's a lot of effects similar to it.
He enters the battlefield, turns into a Merfolk, and then gives all my other Merfolk +1/+1.
Okay, so your Merfolk are cheaper and they are stronger currently.
Yep.
All right.
Then,
if you want to hit me to draw a card, buddy, I got you.
Yeah, I kind of want to hit you to draw 2 cards. Since
right, because you draw equal to its power. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I go down to 37 and pick them up, baby. Get you those cards in your hand.
I'm going to pass.
All right. So,
oh god,
I'm going to play Pearl Medallion.
Okay. So your white spells cost 1 generic less mana.
At the beginning of my combat, declare Vigilance as the thing that I am bringing with me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to swing for 8 at Patrick.
Yeah, I figured that was coming. All right, so I go down to 29. I'd do it again, Silver. I'd do it again. I'd master the shit out of that way.
I mean, you know how it is, man.
I understand.
You just gotta.
I understand.
You gotta
Silver
pay your
goes up
debts,
to
man.
63. What fresh hell.
Yeah. Well, actually,
wait,
no,
no, he lost life.
only 59.
Only 4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so-
Yeah, only 59. I can't.
Well,
Just only 59.
Oh, well,
Yeah, just 59. It's fine.
Yep.
Cool.
And then I will pass my turn.
okay. At the end of your turn, I will sacrifice my Citrus Supplier to my Viscera Seer. Put 3 cards into the graveyard.
So that's
It is Eternal Witness, Woodland Cemetery, and Forest. And then I'll scry 1. All right, I'll take my turn. Untap, draw. I will remember my Sylvan Library.
hey.
And that's going to stay exactly the way it was. And I'm going to draw that one. Free, not life-costing card. Thank you, Wizards.
Thank you, Rules of Magic. This episode's brought to
Thank
you
you,
by
the game.
the Rules of Magic.
I'm going to play a real nice one here. Badlands. It taps for red and black. And we'll go ahead and...
Everyone's watching, waiting. What will he do?
and play a Rayhan.
Ooh,
Last of the Avacyn.
partner character here.
This nice lady here enters the battlefield with 3 1/1 counters on her. And whenever a creature I control dies or is put into the command zone, if it had 1 or more +1/+1 counters on it, I may put that many +1/+1 counters on another target creature.
Oh, and so Gyrus gets counters when it gets played, right?
That's
I
correct.
see.
Yeah.
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 There you go. Like some sort of
And
synergy.
when they and when they enter, Path of Discovery triggers, so I will explore, revealing the top card. It's another land, amazingly, and it's going to go right back into my hand. And I will go ahead and pass the turn.
Well, and there it is, right on time. There's the island. I've opened myself up to attack
We did it.
now from back. And I have to say, I don't know. I'm looking around the table. I'm feeling like things are getting a little out of hand. So I think I'm going to take a cue out of Silver's book. And I'm going to tap 6 mana. I'm going to overload Mizzium Mortars. Not normally what follows the word overload in Commander. Mizzium Mortars deals 4 damage to target creature you don't control, or if I overload it by paying 6, it destroys or it deals 4 damage to every creature I don't control. So hopefully, by my count, that should be everyone and everything. But Silver is starting to, I don't know, like this. Okay.
All right, I'm going to tap 2,
Uh-oh.
and then I'm going to play Tefari's Protection.
Oh, no!
Well, this is gonna be a short ass
So
game.
I just phase
Yeah,
out.
you're-
Phase right the fuck out.
Hold on. I'm gonna turn off your
but-
camera on the recording. Which
Yeah.
goodbye. And just like that, no, he's gone. He doesn't have to explain anything anymore. This became a 3-person game.
Before my creatures die, I'm going to sacrifice them 1 by 1 to Viscera
Okay,
Seer.
to get
1 by 2 to scry 1.
I mean, the good news is that
who's talking right now? What is it? What is that?
What's this
Yeah.
voice?
That's weird. I'm just seeing this Mizzium
devil
Mortars resolve perfectly with no downsides. Just killing every creature that's in play, and upsetting every player.
I don't know how to pass my turn if I'm phased out. So
It's not your turn, disembodied
Okay.
voice. It's my turn, and as spooky as that is, I will pass the turn to the only other person that I see, Jack. You can go ahead and start picking up the pieces
Cool.
there.
Well, everything sucks right now. So I'm just gonna pass the turn.
Okay. All right. Well, and then hold on. I'm getting some disturbance. Holy shit! Silver's no, he's still. I thought it was a dream.
No.
He's still here. There's still angels.
I will.
Oh shit! All right. Well, go for it.
I will untap.
Oh no.
I will draw a card.
He's phased back in.
I'm gonna choose Vigilance.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna move into combat.
Mhm.
I'm going to attack Patrick again.
I'm going down to 21, baby. Remember me as I was, tapped out and an idiot.
All right, and then on my second main phase, I will play Bruna, the Fading Light,
What?
to resurrect Lyra Dawnbringer.
Oh, well, this is fucked. Okay, all right, so...
and then I will move to my end step,
Yeah, you
unless
sure
anybody's
will.
got a thing.
Yeah, all right.
In which case,
all right, so...
we're going to do this really cool thing.
I don't want to see this. It's gross.
God. I've never seen it happen in real life, so I'm at least excited for this. So Meld is a mechanic that has been on 3 pairs of cards ever. So 6 cards have it, and if you have both pieces and activate the condition, oh my god. Yeah, you flip it over. So many people out there have never known this exists. You literally play a weird big as hell version of the card. And so this is both Bruna and Gisela combined into Brizella, Voice of Nightmares. So go ahead and read this one out. This
big ass card is a 9/10 flying, first strike, vigilance, lifelink. Your opponents can't cast spells with converted mana cost 3 or less.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and just set aside my answer. That's over here.
I think I'm just gonna put my non-free drop set and then the rest of my deck over here.
Okay, all right.
These be lands.
All right, okay, and that's it. That's all.
I've got the adrenaline right now. That's never happened to me before.
Yeah, this is. Oh, right. Well, we're all gonna compete to see how great of sports we can all be as we get fucking murdered. This is awesome.
Oh man, I didn't think
I'm gonna
about.
take my perhaps final turn. On this.
Yeah. It's also a 10-11 because Lyra's back, because that's great.
Oh right, it's already
it's got double. Both halves of its terrible nightmare beak have lifelink. Yeah, I really like Bloodborne, but I don't like this.
Not like this.
Yeah.
Man, I hate this boss.
Yeah, I know.
Play a Wooded Foothills, which is a fetch land, and I'll sacrifice it and pay 1 life to look for a mountain or a forest.
Now, does one of those mountains or forests have destroy target permanent written on it?
If you would be so happy to print that for me, I would happily play it.
Around the world, Wizards of the Coast headquarters. These boys are losing to Brizella. Quick, somebody print a Vindicate Mountain.
Let's get on it. Slide it in the deck.
I will grab a Taiga, which is both a mountain and a forest.
Oh shit! Well, that's almost as good as the thing I said. So
yeah. We'll just pretend it has that Oracle text.
Yeah. It's been errated to help us not lose in this situation.
I'm gonna go ahead and take this opportunity, tap 7 mana, and cast Waker of Corpses.
Hey.
He comes in with 7 1/1 counters, and then he's gonna explore.
Well, and hold on, this does work, right? Because, or I don't know how this works, because Gyrus is a 7 mana. There's always weird stuff with X spells, right? Because it's a 7 mana converted mana cost when it's on the stack.
This is a unique one, and I'll explain it for you. So he costs black, red, and green, and X. But what the text actually says is that he enters the battlefield with a number of +1/+1 counters on it equal to the amount of mana spent to cast it. So I can cast it as just the 3/3 for just the black, red, and green mana. But it also counts things like commander tax. So if he dies, I get the privilege of spending more mana on it, but also he gets a little bigger for my effort.
I'm more talking about for Brizella's restriction. Does that work?
He dodges right past that.
Okay, good. YouTube will tell us if you can't do it. Guaranteed. There'll be someone who will.
Even if you can't.
So I'm pretty sure I can do that.
It'll just be a comment that's like, couldn't cast Gyrus ... I'm
gonna go in there and I'm gonna give that a thumbs up. Thanks, guy. I'm gonna draw my land off my deck, impossibly, and pass the turn.
All right, well, we are... The end of days came early, man. I thought we had some more time. I'm gonna go ahead and put this one right over here.
It's a global one.
Yeah, I don't need that one. I'll play Steam Augury. I guess I'll do it main phase because I literally can't bluff anything. I can't cast anything in my hand. And Tony, I will again choose you. So Steam Augury is like Fact or Fiction, except I make the piles and then an opponent chooses one of them to go into the graveyard. So I'm going to reveal Thought Reflection, Mountain, Propaganda, Baral's Expertise, and Rewind. And I'm going to put them all in one pile, Tony.
What do I do, Patrick?
What?
I think I'd like the pile with Brawl's expertise to go into your hand.
Cool. Great. Then I'll choose this pile and I'll put this one into the graveyard. And I will play a mountain, and I will sort my hand by things that I can't cast once again. I'll pass the turn to you, Jack.
We're in a similar boat of I'm just going to put these here.
Dear God. All right.
What a rude effect.
I will draw. Okay, so I'm just going to play a Aura of Silence.
Sweet Jesus.
Pardon me.
Read that one aloud.
I have no
class.
mouth, and yet I must scream.
No.
All right.
It is an enchantment. Artifact and enchantment spells your opponent's control or your opponent's play cost generic 2 more to play. I can also sacrifice it to destroy target artifact or enchantment.
Yeah, see, so it taxes everybody, and then when someone manages to play something good, you can cash it in. And you can lightly take your boot off of our neck just in time to throw it at our face.
So cursed.
Okay. All right. So you've got that going.
So I'm going to choose Vigilance.
Yeah. That's fair.
And then I'm going to swing for 20 at Pretty Tony.
All right.
What?
You go down to 10.
Sorry, you've got the commander.
And Silver's going to go right past 69, nice, to 79. I'm under contract. You're legally obligated to say nice whenever you see.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
There we go.
Nice.
All right. And we will wait till next turn for the end of times.
Loving that. Very
Perfect.
normal thing.
Beautiful.
All right.
Gonna look at my...
The angels are clean.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. No, I appreciate you playing on this like white kitchen table with the mono white deck.
Dude, it all calculated. Yeah. Like this is completely thematically thought out.
Absolutely. Well, remember there is an Aura of Silence. So there's a lot of things you might think you can play right now but can't.
Yeah, like this?
Yeah. That artifact or enchantment, don't do it. That thing that costs 3 or less, don't even think about it.
I'm gonna go ahead and pay 6 mana for Parallel Lives.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, if an effect would put 1 or more tokens onto the battlefield under my control, it puts twice that many of those tokens onto the battlefield instead. So it's a replacement effect. That's actually very interesting and specific to my commander. So something that somebody might miss. It does double the number of tokens I create with him. Since technically he's the one that's making the tokens, they still have the clause that exiles them at the end of combat. So I don't get to keep them around forever, or excuse me, I don't get to keep my extras or anything like that. But still pretty cool.
So when you wake the corpses and screaming from hell, they split into 2 while they beg for the end. That's good.
And I'll go ahead and move to my attack step. I need to get something going if we're gonna get out of this. So who's got the highest life total?
Well, now hold on.
My fella.
I'm gonna try to open the door for you here to attack Mr. Angel Man.
Just real quick. At the beginning of your combat, I choose first strike.
It's every combat.
So I'm sorry, Jack.
It's fine. Like
I'm gonna just
I've
have to.
accepted my fate.
I just need like a little nibble, just like a tiny little bite, and it'll be
sure.
good. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and attack with my commander. And whenever he attacks, I can exile a creature card from my graveyard with power. Excuse me, I think it's less. Yes, with lesser power than him, which is 7. So I will go ahead and get.
God. I hadn't even considered that you were like literally about to do it. Oh dang.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and get Avenger of Zendikar.
Okay, yeah.
Who enters tapped and attacking, and I'll actually get 2 copies of him.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
And when he enters the battlefield, I create a 0/1 green plant token for each land I control, which is 6.
Right, but then you have parallel lives, and it works for both of them, so you're going to get 24 plant tokens, right?
That is correct.
but do they go away at the end of combat?
The tokens that he creates do not, because the tokens created by the Avenger of Zendikar
No. I mean Gyrus.
Oh.
Do they go away at the end?
This fella?
No, I'm sorry. The Avenger of Zendikar tokens created by Gyrus right now go away at the end of your turn or the end of combat?
At the end of
okay,
combat.
So you can't actually.
I also get to choose. I also get to choose other targets for these attacks, and I'll send them both at our Angel friend, even though he's going to just gain life. So that's two 5/5s. Also, I explore twice. Sorry, this is really messy. There's a lot of things.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I'll explore once, revealing Deathrite Shaman. So I'll go ahead and put that in my graveyard. Put a +1/+1 counter on that guy. Explore again. That's a land. It goes into my hand.
Oh my god.
So that's a 6/6 and a 5/5 heading at our angelic friend, and I will work on representing 24.
Oh my god, but then aren't you going to get to explore 24 times for each individual plant token? Holy shit.
Yeah, so...
Well, here we go, kids. Let's see the entire library.
I'm gonna...
Oh god, but this is janky as
I
fuck, because some of them are going to have counters and some of them won't. If you flip one, can you please just leave it on top for like 23 of the triggers?
I probably will. So,
Noxious Gearhulk.
I want that on the top, actually. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that on the top. So these are all now 1/2 plant tokens.
Jesus Christ.
Remind myself off screen with a nice little 1/2. Plant tokens are 1/2s because there's one other clause. Actually, these guys are going away, so it doesn't matter.
All right.
All right. So that's a 6/6 and a 5/5 at our angelic friend Silver, and then a regular vanilla 7/7 that has commander damage towards.
Okay.
Jack.
So wow, that was a whole bunch of triggers happening right there. God bless everyone for sticking with us. So Jack, you're gonna go to 28 and take 7.
28 with 7 Gyrus.
7
Gyrus.
You can do whatever you like, I think. And then Silver, you're just gonna block the 2 with your life linking ones, I would imagine, and then you're gonna gain 15 life.
A very normal health total, yes.
There we go.
So my actual factual Avenger of Zendikar is exiled from the game. So I'm gonna put it over here.
Good riddance. Get him out of here. Well, Jesus. All right. Jack, if I could donate you a ton of lands and then a Cyclonic Rift, I would.
Is it too late for me to do one other thing?
What do you got to do?
I'll just reanimate Rayhan.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh,
All right,
okay.
So you go to 7 now? Jesus.
Yeah. So she'll explore. We'll see the Noxious Gearhulk again and come in with an extra 1/1 counter. So she'll be a 4/4. And that's it.
All right. Well, I'm going to draw a land, and I will play that. I'm going to play Baral's Expertise. Baral's Expertise is a 5-mana sorcery that says, return up to 3 target artifacts and or creatures to their owner's hands. Then I may cast a card with converted mana cost 4 or less from my hand without paying its mana cost. So, Silver, here's the thing. You have almost 100 life. Before Tony did everything that he just did, I was really into getting rid of your entire board. I have to get rid of Brazella, so that's going back to your hand, at least as my first target. But I can't...
Okay.
So at least that one is going in, but I also don't know that I can leave you with nothing because I fear for the power vacuum that's left in your wake. And at this point, I don't honestly know which one of you is more terrifying. The 7 life, billion stabby knife plant boys, or the 100 life high in the sky angelic beasts. But either way, Brazel's going back to your hand. And when that happens...
Okay, so how does that happen?
So they unmeld, and you get both the originals back into your hand. Yeah. Holy shit. Yeah.
Sister, you're back.
Hey, look.
Yeah, so I like to think of it as just a really fucked up Steven Universe fusion. Like they were actually totally fine there, but just turned into a giant monster. Okay, so that's the first one that's gone. I know I have to resolve them all at the same time, but let's not freak out about it, YouTube. Let's be good. I have no creatures and Jack has no creatures. That makes this easy. And if I bounce Gyrus, it doesn't really do anything, right? Because you can just play Gyrus the next turn and it still gets all the counters, right? Because of the way the cost thing works.
So that's correct. So in fact, it'll cost me 2 more to cast it at a minimum.
Well,
so
if you choose it to go back to your hand or the command zone, you could do it for the same.
Yes, I can make it the default.
Okay. I'll probably hit Gyrus because I want to get you back for my boy Jack.
So I know you're concerned for the good of the realm. But if I may observe, our angelic friend has 10 power on the board, and I have 7. So if you would like to not just start dying immediately after he kills me, I probably would recommend bouncing 1 more of the angels, even if you're taking my
I was thinking that I needed to do some split here of angels in your board, though you dying doesn't sound that bad to me. right now. I gotta say, because we're picking up scratch. Jack, how do you feel? Let me phone a friend.
I mean, I'm all about people dying in this game. So,
What? Jack's trying to go to bed.
I mean, the angels are terrifying to me. So,
all right.
I mean, I guess hit at least Lyra, and then.
So here's my thinking, and sorry, gentlemen, to speak about you like you're not here, but I'll just confer with my associate Jack, who's also been harmed so much. So Tony's at 7, right? And if I leave up the angels, the 2 angels that are left, presumably Silver could use them to kill him. And so the question becomes, which of these are we going to have an easier time actually beating?
We're gonna need to start doing work on that angel life total at some point.
Yeah. Well, I guess I don't want to pass the buck here, but I'm trying to get your opinion on which of these 2 you think we have the best shot against.
I think we probably have the best shot against. God, that's a difficult one.
Yeah, because that's 24 plants, right? It's like if it were like 12 plants,
that is
like
exactly 24
like maybe
plants. Yeah,
They're 1-2s.
Yeah, but all right. So I'm gonna read the health totals again. Maybe you're not really getting. So you're at 7 and Silver's at 94.
Yeah, 7. Yeah.
Then 28 and 21. 21's less than 24. And when I remove this is not a creature. Looks like a creature. It's got a creature in the art. It's not one. So when this finishes resolving, there may not be one there.
So I guess we just try and like take care of the Gyrus player that actually has lethal on at least me.
This is. I've made my decision. Silver can decide whether or not he's going to kill you or not. I'm going to bounce Rayan and Gyrus to your hand. And then I'm going to play a card for 4 or less.
Wait, you're going to bounce both of my fellas?
I'm going to leave Silver to decide if he's going to kill you or not.
The fates.
Because, I mean, at one point, I don't know. He's inconsolable. He's got tons of righteous fury and rage all built up. No one really knows how to get through to him. So I'm just going to... I'm gonna let that one rock.
I don't know how I feel about this king making.
Is it... Well, so... Look.
I'm just saying I would hate if some angels touched your face.
We're same. Very much
well,
same.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't hate it. I don't know.
I'm just saying that I don't know. I already used my 1 board clear that could kill anything. So that's where I'm at. Silver, do you have a board clear in hand?
I may or may not.
Okay. How about this? Because I didn't get rid of all of your stuff, you don't even have to kill Tony if you don't want to. But can I get you to use that? And maybe we'll all just take a chill pill for a sec and try to come back down.
Yeah, maybe.
Right. Well, I mean, I could have bounced your entire board and left you with nothing. So you think about what that means for you. I'm going to resolve the other part of Baral's expertise, which is that I get to put a card with converted mana cost 4 or less from my hand without paying its mana cost. But I will choose Propaganda. So Propaganda says for each creature that attacks me, they have to pay 2 more for that creature. And then I will pass the turn to Jack.
This is a familiar setting.
Oh no!
Oh no!
All right.
We just keep whiffing on these lands.
All right. I untap. I draw.
Now I know you're trying to start the apocalypse here, but first stage of the apocalypse is maybe killing 24 plants.
That's true. And if you don't feel...
What did these plants ever do to you?
Hopefully nothing. I think that's the idea.
Yeah.
I'm going to play Gisela.
Uh-huh. She done broke her blade again.
And then...
I done broke my darn blade.
I'm going to choose Vigilance, and then I'm going to swing at Tony.
Tony, I can save you here now.
That'd be great.
But...
I can't even attack you, Patrick.
Well, you can.
Oh, wait. So wait.
You can pay.
I guess I could get you with 3
you can get at me with 3 plants. All right.
I just tap out and
this is
get
the
you
wrong
3
play
plants,
to keep
right?
things interesting. I'm going to Chaos Warp Lyra.
Oh.
What is Chaos
Warp is an instant that says the owner of target permanent shuffles it into their library, then reveals the top card of their library. If that card is a permanent, you can put it directly onto the battlefield.
I kind of want someone to die here, so...
Are you countering my Chaos Warp?
Counterspell?
Oh, wow.
Never let it be said that I didn't try to save your life.
Betrayal.
God. All right.
Dude.
Well,
That's twice, Patrick, where you've tried to do a thing that would save
I won't pull it on this
save
street.
the board.
Well, there it is. All right. Well, so Silver, you gain 10 life and go up to 104.
Tony, welcome to the kingdom of heaven.
Oh, that's the most fucked up way to say it. All right. Well, okay.
All souls will be accepted.
All right. So that's okay. I guess that's is that all for your turn, Silver?
It is.
Jesus Christ. Okay. All right. Well, I will politely step over Tony's corpse, and I will draw my card. I'm going to cast. We'll just do our best to do anything relevant. I'll play Baral, Chief of Compliance. Baral makes my instants and sorceries cost 1 less to play. And then if I counter a spell, I can draw a card and then discard a card whenever I counter a spell, which is currently not happening anytime soon. And I will pay 1, 2, and 3 now to play Deep Analysis. With the cost reduction from Brawl, which just says draw 2 cards. So I will draw those 2 cards. Yeah. All right. That is it for me, and I'll pass to you, Jack.
The whiffs are brilliant.
I will play Angelic Arbiter.
Okay. What's this one do?
Flying. It's 5/6. Each opponent who cast a spell this turn can't attack with creatures. Each opponent who attacked with a creature this turn can't cast spells.
Great. Loving it. Hell yeah.
They're all just locking arms, you know?
Yes.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right. Then I'm going to choose Vigilance, and then I'm going to swing everything at you,
All right,
Patrick.
so I go to 6.
And, yep. That's good.
Okay. Let's see. Jack, if I deal with angels, you're not going to counter that, are you?
Oh no, I'm good
Great.
now.
Okay. I was like, how much do you want to see the
I just
world burn? Like exactly how much?
I enjoy watching the world burn.
I see.
But,
So,
you know,
so if I attack with this, I can't. I don't get to cast a spell this turn. Okay. I think I can get away with that. So I will instead. I will pay 1, 2, 3, and I will cast Blasphemous Act, which is reduced by Baral once, twice, and then 4 times by your creatures. Blasphemous Act deals 13 damage to each creature. It costs 9 and costs 1 less to cast for each creature on the battlefield.
I'm emotionally okay with
see.
this.
Hopefully the angels aren't above blasphemy. Now, you can still play that one angel, and I'm not excited about that. I will then play Faithless Looting. Faithless Looting is a sorcery that says draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards. I will Alhammerit's Archive. I don't know. People are going to be mad at me for whatever I choose to discard, so I'm going to just do it that way. And then Psychosis Crawler, because I don't want to kill Jack before I do. I don't think damage is how this game's going to end.
Just real quick, what does your enchantment do again?
This enchantment says each creature cannot attack me unless they pay 2, unless the owner pays 2 for each one.
Right. I didn't do that before, did I?
What do you mean?
When I attacked you the last time?
Oh, no, you did not.
I didn't have the mana to do that.
Oh, dang. Then, yeah.
We got to rewind.
No, he attacked me the only turn.
Well, no, he just attacked me for 15.
He just
now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
slapped.
We got to rewind?
Well, yeah, technically, yes, that is an illegal action.
I guess the thing that I would have done was I would have sacked this in order to be able to destroy.
Okay, sure. Then yeah, we'll say Propaganda is dead, actually, and I'm still at 6. Cool. All right, then I will go back down to 6. Good. That all works. Then I'll play my land for the turn. I'll tap Mountain and Mountain to play an Is It Signet, and then this is the actual land that I'm playing. I didn't set it down because I was about to use it to pay for stuff. But yeah, so I have that much, and that is all I got.
Well, we hit land 4.
Yeah. It's still not a forest.
Still not a forest. That's a little
He's got
worrying.
Cryptic Command mana.
But Merfolk live in the
I'm going
water.
to play Fallow
Okay.
Sage.
I've heard of this one. What does this thing do?
He's a 2/2 merfolk that when he becomes tapped, I may draw a card.
Oh, I see. Is there times where you ever don't want to draw the card?
Nope.
I see. That's-
That I'm going to
That's
pass.
All right, I'm going to play Bruna.
all right, and can you tell me the specific wording on Bruna?
It is. When you cast Bruna, the Fading Light, you may return target angel or human creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield.
Okay.
Also, she has flying or vigilance.
Okay, so I am going to, in fact, I need to make sure I'm actually tapping correctly, so people will be mad. I'm going to play Counterflux, which can't be countered by spells or abilities, and it counters target spell that I don't control. So Bruna is gone, but the Bruna trigger still exists. So she is gone, but you can still return a thing. And I believe you had to target it before Bruna was in the graveyard, so you can't target Bruna with the thing.
Right, yeah, totally.
But you do get something back here.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Okay, so you're getting that thing, and what are the Angelic Arbiter? What are the stats on Angelic Arbiter?
Yeah, so it's 5/6, and each opponent who casts a spell this turn can't attack with creatures, and vice versa.
Cool. All right, well, we're going to be casting spells for a while anyways, so... All right, and is that all for your turn?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to untap.
I have a plan that I don't think you'll like, Pat.
All right.
But it's a plan.
Am I alive at the end of the plan? Or...
Hopefully, yeah.
All right, well, sounds great. Like it. Keep that energy, buddy. And yeah, with all this mana, I'm just going to pass the turn.
I'd really like for this spell to resolve.
Okay. Well, let's see. I mean, if it kills me, I don't want it, but if it doesn't, go for it.
It's not going to kill you. I'm going to cast Rite of Replication, targeting Angelic Arbiter.
Okay. Yeah.
So, what does that do?
I make a token copy of Angelic Arbiter.
Okay. Well, now Silver has to play by his own rules. We'll either have to attack or cast an angel. All right. That's incredibly funny to me, so I'm cool with that.
Okay. I can't attack, so.
Right, so you have a 5/6. Great.
I will finally play that snow-covered plains that I've been looking for.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I need to play by my own rule, which ruins kind of my plan.
Yeah, I know. Wow, it must feel real bad to have to play against that.
Dude, it sucks. It's so bad. I will play Avacyn.
Okay.
Sure.
I'm gonna rewind that.
All right. Just for fun, we're gonna put her in the graveyard.
She likes to hang out in there. She's just all right. That's fair. That's valid.
All right.
Okay. All right.
She's with the rest of the Angel Squad.
For the first time, wow, goddamn. For the first time ever, I'm gonna tap out and cast Pull from Tomorrow. Pull from Tomorrow says draw X cards, then discard a card. And that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to draw 8 cards and then discard a card. All right, so I don't want to be the annoying player that tries to combo off and doesn't actually get there, but I think I have to try for it this turn. Jack, I'm a little worried about that because the card that I'm going to play, how many cards do you have? You have to have a lot of them in your hand.
10 cards in hand.
Wow. What I'm about to do is probably not advisable in the slightest then, but... Well, I'm gonna do it no matter what.
I like the sounds of this. And we're gonna
see what happens. So I'm gonna tap 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to place onto the stack a very wild ass card called Dream Halls.
Ooh,
yikes.
And so
Dream Halls says instead of paying the casting cost for a spell of any color, its caster, not me, literally anyone and all of you, may choose and discard a card that shares at least one color with it and then pay it for free. So all of us now have force of will. Everything in our hands costs nothing as long as we discard a card of similar cost.
I don't want to maybe allude to anything in my hand, but how does this work with cards that have kick?
So I don't believe you can pay for alternate casts. Or alternate costs, and it says if the spell has X in its casting cost, X is 0.
Well, to be fair, kick is just an additional cost on top of the spell.
We can take a second look it up, because I'm sure someone has asked this.
I'm sure someone's had this question before.
Dream Halls is a...
I think you might be able to pay it, actually.
Let's see. This only replaces the mana cost. The mana in the upper right corner will not pay additional costs on the card text, such as buyback or from other effects. It does not prevent you from paying those additional costs if you want to or need to. Yeah, so you could still pay it, but you can't do it out of hand for free. You would still need to untap and...
Yeah, I need to play the kicker cost, but I can just discard a card and pay kicker.
That would be correct.
Right?
Well, it's in the rules. I mean, if you want or need. You know?
Yeah. Cool. Cool beans.
Yeah, that's the official ruling, right? It says want or need.
If you want.
Okay, I'm going to then, and I don't know if this is going to resolve, but as a show of good faith, I'm going to discard Laboratory Maniac. I don't have ways to reanimate it. I'm not going to try to win through Lab Maniac, and I'm going to cast Recurring Insight.
Oh.
So Recurring Insight says draw cards equal to the number of cards in target opponent's hand, and it has rebound. So as I cast a spell, exile it, and on my next upkeep, if I get another upkeep, this will happen again.
Oh, prepare to draw 10, baby.
9, 10 cards. Okay. Oh, God, Christ. Is this happening? All right. I'm going to discard Jace's Erasure to attempt to cast Thought Reflection. So Thought Reflection says that if I would draw a card, draw 2 cards instead. So that's awesome. I'm going to ditch Archmage Ascension to play Brainstorm. So Brainstorm says draw 3 cards, then put 2 cards from my hand on the top of my library in any order. I'm going to draw 6 cards because of Thought Reflection. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's a pretty good one, huh? Okay, and then all of these come into my hand. Did I fucking play a land this turn? I'm certain that I must have, but I don't actually know. I'll put these 2 back on top. My hand size is this, by the way. This is where we're at. Okay, so how do I go? Where do we go next? I'm going to discard Aetherize to play Whirlpool Warrior. So when I play Whirlpool Warrior, I shuffle my hand into my library and draw that many cards. And then I can pay red and sacrifice it to have each player shuffle their hand into their library and draw that many cards. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I'm going to shuffle these back in and draw a new 16.
Sure. And instead of drawing 16, you're going to draw 32.
Yes, that is correct. 29, 30, 31, and 32. Okay. So I've already cast spells, so I can't attack this turn, right? And I need to count the amount of cards left in my deck. Cameron, God bless you for sticking with me, and all of you who are in the call. 1, 2, 27, 28, 29, 30. So I can't Whirlpool Warrior or I'll die. Because then I'll draw all of the cards left in my deck. Yeah, I have 62 cards. No, I have something sweeter than Lab Maniac if I can make it work. I will cut out Jace's Archivist to play Swarm Intelligence. Swarm Intelligence says, whenever I cast an instant or sorcery spell, I may copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. So all of my instants and sorceries are copied.
I dig it.
We're going to throw a Wheel of Fortune, and we're going to play bonus round. So...
Sweet.
So bonus round says, until end of turn, whenever a player casts an instant or sorcery, that player copies it and may choose new targets for the copy. And that gets copied by Swarm Intelligence, so I have 2 instances of bonus round happening, which means that any spell that I play is going to get bonus, and then swarmed. So it's going to get... So I'm going to get 4 versions of the next spell that I play.
Whatever you're into, buddy.
All right. Yeah,
this is what he's into.
Oh, hell yeah. This is... To take a page out of Matt's book. I'm going to discard Windfall, and I'm going to play Archaeomancer. Archaeomancer enters the battlefield. I return target instant or sorcery from my graveyard to my hand. I'm going to choose Master the Way. I'm going to put Master the Way back into my hand. I'm going to ditch Psychic Corrosion to play Plea for Power. Plea for Power, starting with me, each player votes time or knowledge. If time gets more votes, I take an extra turn. If knowledge gets more votes, or the vote is tied, I'm going to draw 3 cards. I'm going to choose the cards one, and I don't think y'all are going to give me 4 extra turns. So
yeah, knowledge.
So I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have only 6 cards left in my library. I will pick all of this up. This is like crack for me. I've never gotten it to do this. Tony, just for you, for being such a fantastic friend, I'm going to ditch Chain Reaction, and I'm going to play 1,000 Year Storm, which says whenever I cast an instant or sorcery spell, copy it for each instant or sorcery spell I've cast before it this turn. Does that go into effect now?
Yes.
It counts everything you've played so far.
Yeah.
So it counts the brainstorm and everything else.
We're going to assume that the next thing I'm going to play is going to be copied 1 billion times. And I'm going to get rid of Mind Moil to then place onto the stack Spiraling Embers. Spiraling Embers deals damage to target creature or player equal the number of cards in my hand. That's going to get 1, 2, 3, like 8. So this will, yeah. So we'll say this has 10 Spiraling Embers on the thing to be charitable. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, it's looking like I have 50 cards in my hand. So I'm going to do 10 instances of 50 damage to both Silver and Jack's faces.
Well,
is that? Are we? Do we? I'm like. Technically, if he's waiting to counterspell with something in his hand because of bonus round and everything, yeah, you can like.
Nope. We have a lot of nothing.
Well, for everyone who wanted to see what the Arjun deck was trying to do, there it is. Literally one turn away.
Patrick, you thwarted the apocalypse.
I had to
just in the brink of time.
I had to explode my brain and draw way too many cards to make it happen. And so ends another fantastic, incredibly hilarious, perfect, handsome, beautiful, fun, amazing game of Friendetta. But it doesn't have to end just yet. If you haven't seen all of the episodes, you can click on the playlist here, and you can see them all. You can watch them in any order, because you're watching this desynced from time, pre-recorded, anytime that you like. Or, if you've seen them all, then maybe you can see them all again, or find a friend and watch them together with those, maybe a play group. Anyways, this show and all of my recordings, and all of my creations, rather, are powered by Patreon. You can see the patrons scrolling by your screen right there. Friendetta uploads every single Monday, whether it's very early or in some cases very late. But either way, if you're watching this on a Monday, then that means you are one of the first people to see it. If you're watching it later in the week, it means you have only a few short days until the next installment. I'm Scarizard, we are the Friendetta crew, and I appreciate your watching, and I hope that you have a fantastic day. We'll see you next week.